Hey everyone, it's Vismaya, and I'm so happy to be back with you. I was having issues with my iPhone last week. My storage was being eaten up, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I figured it out, so if you ever have that problem where your phone keeps saying storage full, hit me up and I'll tell you why. So I'm rereading one of my favorite books this week, Think and Grow Rich by Pam Grout, and I came across this quote, and she says, excuse me, the author says, I think and think and think. I've thought myself out of happiness 1 million times, but never once into it. That was Jonathan Safran Foer, author of Everything is Illuminated. And it seems like this year, 2020, a lot has been going on for obvious reasons. And there's so many, we keep hearing stories of people who are, or the conversation is, man, it wasn't like that last year, the way it was before. If because of COVID, we're doing things differently, and all of that is true. But the question is, are we finding happiness? Are we allowing ourselves to be happy right now, in spite or despite COVID? And I'll give you an example. So yesterday, my nephew, not my biological nephew, but a kid that I call my nephew. I've watched him since he was itty bitty. The day he was born, I got to hold him. And I've been there for every major event in his life. I took him to college when he went to college. His mom and I drove up. So for his graduation, we had planned to go to Gainesville. We were going to spend the weekend there and hang out, and that didn't happen. So yesterday, there was a very, very small group of us, and we were at my friend's house having dinner and watching the graduation ceremony from the TV. And it was interesting because there were a few comments going on. It was like, we could have been in Gainesville right now partying and hanging out, and the graduate was like, "Oh, I'm so bummed that I'm not at school." But he wanted to fast forward the graduation, the commencement ceremony, and we're like, "Wait a minute. If we were there, we'd be watching the whole thing." And it was funny because if we were there, we would have been bitching the whole time, like, "Oh my God, this is so long. Why are we doing this?" Instead of being in the moment and realizing that the reason that we're spending all of this time watching these or listening to these speeches and hanging out is because we're watching somebody graduate. So we kind of forget that from time to time. So I'm watching everybody and like, yeah, we would have been in Gainesville and we would have been sitting in the auditorium and we would have been cheering you on. And I'm like, wait a minute. We're in your house, in air conditioning, sitting on a couch versus stadium seats. We have shrimp cocktail, lobster on the way, scallops on the way. A surf and turf, steak, lobster, scallops, lobster bisque, clam chowder. It was an extraordinary dinner we had planned that was in the oven, and my friend's mother had been preparing. And I said, had we been in an auditorium, we would not be able to be sitting here, sipping on our beverages and chilling out and, kicking off our shoes and relaxing on the couch and just being present to the fact that we're still together. And I think again, I'm guilty of this too, but the message kept coming to me is that, yes, COVID has screwed a lot of things up. It has messed a lot of things up. It has halted, celebrations. It has altered celebrations. It's altered the way we do business. It's altered the way we do life. And we still get to celebrate. We still don't have to talk ourselves out of being happy. We still don't have to live in that space of, oh my God, if COVID wasn't here, I would have been doing it this way. Yes, that's true. And I'm not taking away from the fact that graduates couldn't hang out together the week before their graduation. And, seniors couldn't go to prom. I understand the importance of that. But I also understand the importance of not living in a space where we're constantly going, oh, it could have, it should have, it would have, but what if? So that was the first part of what I really got out of that quote. And the second part I got out of it is, I think and think and think. I thought myself out of happiness 1 million times. How often do we want to do something, but then our rational mind comes in and goes, you can't do that. You're not able to do that. Don't do that. Don't take a risk. Don't. And we stop ourselves from doing the things that we think will make us happy, that we've always wanted to do, that are our passions, that are our joy, that are our projects that we've always wanted to, our passion projects that we've always wanted to explore, but we talk ourselves out of it for whatever reason. It's not something, whatever happens, it might be, oh, we don't have the time, or we don't have the money, or we don't have this, or we don't have that. All of those things start to come into play, but why are we talking ourselves out of it? Why are we giving all of these thoughts, or why are we feeding into all those thoughts? It's okay. Hi, Earlsy. It's my stepdad just came in. I'm doing a video right now.
Okay.
So it's okay to analyze and to make the list of what's good and what's not good, but why stop our goals? Why stop our dreams? Because we're constantly thinking and thinking and thinking, and we think ourselves out of happiness. We want to take a risk. We want to go on an adventure. We want to get a little wild. We want to ask somebody out. We want to, whatever that may be. Sometimes we just have to learn to say yes. And I thought about that this week also because somebody asked me a question that really hurt my feelings. And the way the question was asked, I understood why it was asked, but the way it was asked was not, it hurt my feelings, bottom line. And I was thinking about it, and I was realizing this week that, I took a huge risk quitting teaching. After 20 years in the system, I left work to fulfill this dream of being a speaker, to be a motivational speaker, to creating this gratitude movement, and things have not gone exactly how I wanted them to go in every aspect. But I then started to think, I'm like, man, I have really done some cool things in the past 3 years. I've really allowed myself to just kind of go with the flow and say, all right, universe, show me what you got. What was happening is that people wanted me to really evaluate. Are you sure you want to give up a job? Are you sure you want to give up your pension? Are you sure you want to give up your insurance? Are you sure you want to give up this? Are you sure you want to give up that? And for what happened with me was that I had to finally stop and say, my happiness right now is worth more than that. So I didn't allow myself to think myself out of happiness. I actually allowed myself to go into that space. And that doesn't happen all the time. There are times that I've, think myself out of happiness because I did it with my friend when he said what he said to me this week that was not so kind. I allowed myself to go into that space where I was feeling sad and frustrated because I was buying into his concept of the way my life should be. And then I look back and I'm like, man, I've had some pretty cool opportunities this year, these past 3 years. Even in the time of COVID, I've had some really amazing opportunities. So my life may not be the way he wants to live his life, or maybe it's the way he wants to live his life, but he's not able to because he's worrying about all those other things. So again, I want to read you the quote before I leave you. And, I hope I left some food for thought for you. It's, I think and think and think. I've thought myself out of happiness 1 million times, but never once into it. Jonathan Safran Foer. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? How does this make you feel? What did you think about that quote? And I look forward to hearing back from you.